Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to this very special episode of Guess the Meltzer Star Rating. Larson, you're in the hot seat, but you know what, man? We don't really watch New Japan all that much. We're doing Wrestle Kingdom 18. Shockingly, those other guys
got their star ratings up. What, 48 hours? 48 hours after the show.
Yeah, within 48 hours of the show.
Still got a ways to go before us, 24 hours before after show.
I mean, sometimes like 12.
Sometimes 12,
from the finish of the show. But anyways, we love guessing the Meltzer star ratings here.
We do.
And so right now our World's End star ratings, reactions to Meltzer star ratings is up at the Friendo Club at this channel. Right now, Larson, you're in the hot seat.
This is going to be tough.
Yeah, this is going to be tough, but I know you love a great challenge. Confirm or not?
Yeah, sure.
That looks like no. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and kick this thing off. I mean, there's a match of the year Canada on here.
Yeah, that's true.
So you got to figure, boom, a lot of stars for that one. But we're going to kick off with the Rando. And, of course, this is Great Okan, Yo, Taiji Ishimori, and Toriano all battling. They ended up winning this thing. It's a bunch of more people, but they were the last four to get there. So this is what Meltzer said. It was mostly an uneventful battle royal. It featured mostly New Japan regulars who didn't have a spot on the main card and two surprises, Fujita Jr. Hayato and Takashi Iizuka, 57 in his first match since his 2019 retirement. It also featured the old Big Show spot they did for years where Iizuka tore off the shirt of announcer Shinpei Nogami. They also brought back the Iron Fingers. Another surprise was Tiger Hattori coming out of retirement to referee this match. Chase Owens and Okan started. He talks about who was in it. Let's see here. Iizuka looked very good physically for his age, although didn't do much other than his unique style walk. Iizuka got easily the biggest pop as a surprise. Iizuka was biting Yano, Ishimori, and Owens.
Oh, he bit everybody.
House of Torture offered him a shirt. He put it on, but then tore it up.
Yeah.
Started biting other people. It's all description from there. The last sentence is, Okan used the Iron Claw Slam on Owens off the apron, leaving the final four. Iizuka went after Nogami, and then Taichi and Iizuka were going at it as Taichi tried to pull him off Nogami, who ended up with his shirt torn off. The only clue in there is a mostly uneventful battle royal, Larson.
2 stars.
Very good. You're on the board. You're on the board. I got to start writing down your score here.
I got it.
You are one of, how many were there? 11, 9? What is this? 11. Okay.
11. All right.
One of one. Okay, next up.
Next
bitch. TJP and Franchesco Akira versus Drilla Maloney and Clark Connors. TJP announced his new Aswan character coming out of a coffin wearing a monster mask like one of Great Muta's scary masks. Maloney had TJP on his shoulders on the floor, and Connors came off the apron with a spear. Akira looked great here. Really, everyone did, but it was too short.
It was short.
Maloney was busted open around the nose. Akira jumped off Connors' back with Canadian Destroyer on Maloney. Maloney did his Drilla Killa on TJP, who grabbed the ref's hand to stop him from counting to 3 on the pin. Akira hit a Spanish Fly and a Asai moonsault on Connors. Maloney was pinned when TJP and Akira each hit running knees, similar to DYI's meet in the middle. How many stars did A. Meltzer give this match?
Everybody looked good, but it was too short.
Akira looked great here. Everyone did, but it was too short.
I'm going to say 3 1/4.
Oh, so close. 3.5.
Almost about 3.5.
3.5. Next bitch. Hiroshi Tanahashi, President Ace, versus Zack Saber Jr.
I know Meltzer loves Tanahashi, so it's an instant half star over what I might think.
Okay. To win the New Japan World TV title, Saber came into a video that listed all the people he had beaten as champion, the most in any reign for any title in modern New Japan history as the first champion. Saber said that if he beats President Tanahashi, he should become the premier of New Japan.
Oh.
They came out fast. Tanahashi did a sling blade and crossbody followed by high fly flow, where Saber got his knees up. This was just tremendous mat work and counters. Dragon screws, cloverleaf triangle, cloverleaf armbar triangle, abdominal stretch, reverse into a lateral guillotine. then a reverse into an armbar. Great cradles, choke, octopus, dragon screw, twisted neck, and more. Tanahashi was bleeding from the mouth. That was just a run-on sentence. They did all kinds, it says canids, of reversals, of cradles back and forth until Tanahashi got the 3 count. This was just incredible while it lasted. How many stars did Meltzer give?
Again, too short. I'm sure is his only kind of caveat as far as giving it a higher rating. I'm going to say 4 3/4.
4 stars. All that for 4 stars.
What?
He dumped all over Edge versus Christian and gave that almost 5 stars.
I know.
He said this was like amazing. So that's one thing we have to remember is that anything under like 15 minutes.
All right. It's good to know now. It's good to know. Length
right.
equals stars. It's like in the video game. The longer you go, the more stars you get.
Yeah. This next match went 10 minutes and 57 seconds.
Yeah.
Yuya Yamura versus Yota Suji. Another great match that would have been even better with more time. Yamura went for a leapfrog, got speared. Suji did a tope and electric chair drop for near fall. Here we go. Yamura used a dragon suplex for a great near fall and won with a bridging overhead suplex. These two really needed a standout match because when people left the 2, these should have been the 2 people they talked about as the future.
All right.
I don't know. They delivered as best they could, but I'm not sure people left the building saying they couldn't wait for Yamura or Suji to wrestle Nito, Okada, and Sonata in big matches, and that should have been the goal. But both did look like future superstars on a night it was important this large audience sees people as new current superstars. What rating did he give it?
Gosh.
That was a word salad. What a
it
mess.
It was, and at first I was like, oh, he makes it sound like it's a 3.5-star match. But then there's the time. It wasn't long. He said it wasn't the impression they want that he felt they should have left. I'm gonna say 3 1/4.
4 stars.
This match got the same as Tanahashi and Saber.
Yes, it did. Yeah. With wildly different write-ups. He's not sure that people left thinking that they were big superstars, but they were big superstars.
I guess. I can't wait to see what he says about this next one.
All right. House of Torture. Evil and Ren Narita beat Kaito Kiyomiya and Shota Umino in 7 minutes and 6 seconds. Umino came out on a motorcycle. The House of Torture used scissors to cut up a Pro Wrestling Noah t-shirt, which infuriated Kiyomiya.
He didn't seem that upset about it.
The action was quite good. And both Kiyomiya and Umino were great in their babyface roles. Kiyomiya had the figure 4 on Evil, and Umino had the STF on Narita, and the bell rang, and Kiyomiya and Umino got up thinking they had won.
Yeah, that was funny.
But it was Yoshinobu and Kanemaru. It was Kanemaru, who rang the bell.
Yeah, that was pretty
Then
funny.
there was a ref bump, and Yujiro Takahashi and Kanemaru all attacked Kiyomiya. They held him upside down, and Dick Togo came off the rope with a chop to the groin for a near fall.
Yeah.
Umino jumped over the top rope and DDT'd Narita on the apron. The finish saw Takahashi distract the ref, and Narita hit Umino with a push-up bar for the win. What rating did he give this match?
I'm surprised he didn't dump all over the interference.
There was also one more thing here. Evil started choking Umino with a shirt. Evil used everything as evil on Kiyomiya. Umino versus Narita had great action with Narita doing 2 half Nelson Germans on him. Sorry, I missed out on the great action part. But
That's fine. Well, he was really into this one. All right. 3 stars.
2 3/4.
It's in the ballpark.
You're in the ball. I'm surprised he went that low, to be honest with you, because he talks up this match endlessly and then gives it 2 3/4.
I know. I don't.
Next match. Tama Tonga versus Shingo Takagi. Excellent match.
It was really good.
I'm trying to look for actual.
He's gonna ding it for being too short.
It was 13:46. Okay, here we go. A lot of description. Ends with Takagi hit a gun stun and pumping bomber, followed by Made in Japan for a near fall. Tonga used a Styles Clash, a gun stun, and Takagi kicked out. But Tonga hit the DSD for the pin. The finish boggles the mind. but this was 5 minutes shy of a match of the year contender, as it just didn't feel like we were ready for the finish. What rating did he give this match?
Now I got to determine how many quarter stars are associated with that 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like what block of time equates to a quarter star?
I'm going to say 4 1/4.
So close, 4.5.
I almost said 4.5. I was so close to saying 4.5.
Yeah. Next, bitch. The Gorillas of Destiny, I guess is their name. El Phantasmo and Ikaleu. Although it's not the Gorillas of Destiny I know. Versus Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi. 9 minutes and 47 seconds. This was a rematch of their tag tournament final match that Goto and Yoshihashi won in 40 minutes. Jesus Christ, that match went 40 minutes?
That's a long match.
Unnecessary.
You probably gave that one 5 stars because it went so long.
Yeah. The Nemeth brothers came out to watch. Phantasmo was the star of the match, as he's been of the program. But Ikaleu has improved so much, and he's probably 6'9" and 280 pounds and very athletic and coordinated. What? That's not, it was like one clause. Ikaleu suplexed both at the same time. They both came back later and suplexed Ikaleu. Phantasmo did a moonsault off the top rope to the floor on Yoshihashi. Ikaleu chokeslammed Goto. Phantasmo used a thunder kiss on Goto and a CR3 on him. Ikaleu went with his size, went to the top rope and did a thunder kiss on Goto for the pin.
Just a lot of description, huh?
Yeah, just all description.
Well, maybe he thinks, all right, the first match, or last match, sorry, went 40 minutes. He probably gave it a high star rating. This went a quarter of the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it was a decent match. It was fun. I'll say 3.5.
Oh, goddamn. 3 3/4.
Gosh.
Yeah. We are getting so close to cracking him, though.
I know.
We're getting so close to cracking him.
It's like 90% of the time I'm a quarter star off.
I know. Next. Desperado versus Hiromu Takahashi in 14 minutes, 21 seconds. This is a very short write-up. Desperado was coming back from eye surgery. Desperado did a Tope Con Hero and stretch muffler. Takahashi did a Canadian Destroyer. Desperado did a backward suplex. Desperado won after an Olympic slam. Pinche Loco, a double arm pile driver, another Pinche Loco.
Why is this such a short write-up? This is a really good match.
I don't know.
Did he get tired?
I would say this. I'm going to give you a hint. The length of the description does not coordinate with...
It's not indicative of the rating.
Right. Yeah.
4 1/4.
Close 4. Yeah. I think that's why I think these days like his like just standard straight up really good match is 4 stars. Who cares about the write up, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
Because like there's so many of them. Okay. Down to the final 3. Dave Finlay.
Right. I need to get at least one of these right.
Dave Finlay won a 3-way to win the IWGP Global title over Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley in 22 minutes and 17 seconds. Ospreay was the most over guy on the show except Nito. Since both had grudges on Finlay, who laid them out with shillelagh shots when this match was made, the early part was both beating on Finlay. Mox crotched Finlay on the barricade. Ospreay back suplexed him Finlay on the barricade. Moxley back suplexed Finlay on the floor and then gave Finlay a double back suplex to the table. At that point, it was Moxley versus Ospreay for several minutes. Description. This is a long write-up. Oh, my God. Wait, let me double-check this thing. Trying to get my stupid window to comment.
There was a lot happening in this match.
This is a long-ass write-up here. Okay.
I'd imagine in this case the write-up is indicative of the high score then.
That's a fair assessment to make, yeah. Jesus Christ. This is it's a really long description with no editorializing.
Maybe after the previous match he took a nap, got up. It's like, I'm feeling refreshed.
That is probably a good supposition to make.
And maybe he was a good nap and he was in a good mood, so he gave this 4 3/4 stars.
Hey, there you go. You got your second one. Good job. Well done. Next up, an even longer write-up. Actually, that's not true. It's on par. Kazuchika Okada pinned Bryan Danielson in 23 minutes and 24 seconds. This is how he starts. Danielson looked so happy he was almost in tears when the match started. He later said he had been waiting for this moment for the past 13 years to come and wrestle somebody at the level of Okada in a Tokyo Dome match, and said he couldn't be happier. Okay, well, here we go. Danielson said he was going to break the arm and did different moves like a Fujiwara armbar and a Kimura, while Okada sold tremendously. Okada drop kicked and kicked the bad arm. Danielson kept going back to that move. Okada came back with a tombstone pile driver on the apron and then took off Danielson's eye patch and started stomping on his bad left eye. Okada looked... Let's see. Danielson did all kind of stomps in an armbar, but Okada was able to hit a desperation rainmaker, but he was selling the arm, so he couldn't cover. All right. Okada escaped and hit a German suplex. Danielson came back with more kicks and another Busaki knee, and then led yes chant, something he doesn't do in the U.S. Danielson missed a knee, and Okada used a landslide, another dropkick, another landslide, and the rainmaker for the pin. You could really see what a big deal this match was to both guys who have both had their share of great matches. They bowed to each other on their knees. They went to shake hands, but Okada, in selling the beating in the match, stopped him and made him shake his left hand. Larson, how many stars did this match get?
You know, considering how good it is, it's got to be a minimum of 5 stars. I can't imagine Meltzer giving this match any less than 5 stars.
Okay.
Question is it just 5 stars or is it more?
Mm-hmm.
And I would think if it were more than 5 stars or a lot more than 5 stars, it would be almost hyperbolic in terms of his praise.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what's indicated here. So the question I got to ask myself, is it just 5 stars or does he go a little bit over?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Trust your gut, Larson. Because I think I know what your gut's telling you.
My gut would say just a little bit. I'd say 5 1/4.
Very good. See?
Just a little bit over.
5 1/4 stars. Absolutely right. All right, man. You're doing great. You're on a good roll. Let's nail this last one.
All right.
Tetsuya Naito versus Sonata to win the IWGP World Title in 25 minutes 42 seconds. It opened it opened slow, but it had the crowd. Sorry, let me start over. It opened slow, but the crowd was super hot because the belt is over, and Naito winning it meant something. This is me and Steve now. Naito's over.
Naito's over.
Continuing.
Belt's over?
So, Naito does promos talking about his popularity and legacy and how in the long run it doesn't mean anything unless you get not just a title win, but a long run with the main title, something he had never done. All right, so descriptions. It's not quite as lengthy as the last one, but it's still fairly lengthy. Sonata tried to poison Rana, but Naito didn't take it smooth. Sonata did the Muto sequence, a Shining Wizard, a backbreaker, and a moonsault, but this time Naito got his knees up. Naito hits the Esperanza and a Destino, but Sonata blocked a second one, hit TKO. Here we go. Sonata got a great near fall with an O'Connor roll. Sonata used another Shining Wizard and went for the deadfall, but Naito escaped and hit a deadfall of his own, with Sonata taken on the top of his head. Naito then used a Brainbuster and a Destino and got the pin. From a drama standpoint, this was like an epic match of the year, but there were some botches. It was great in many ways, but not the kind of match Naito had in the G1 with Ospreay and Okada. How many stars did this get?
So, in talking the drama, I assume if this didn't have the botches, as he mentioned, we're talking 4 3/4, 5-star territory. I would assume, based on he's talking about the level of drama. I don't know how much he's going to dock it for that sequence, kind of in the like the latter third of the match. Yeah. It wasn't a prolonged one.
Yeah,
where it got a little messy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say 4 1/4.
4.5 stars.
I almost said 4.5.
So close. Hey, you know what, man? Three correct ones out of, I don't know, how many did we do?
11.
11? Hey, that's not bad, man. That's not bad, especially given that we haven't really done this for New Japan shows. But yeah, there's some typical Meltzer stuff in there. Pretty.
I'm not sure how Tanahashi and Zack Saber Jr. got the same score as Yuya and Suji.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Anyways, let us know what you guys think about these star ratings in the comments below. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Until next time, we'll see you around.
Goodbye.